Hey guys, what is going on? I hope you all are doing well today. My name is Elliot. Welcome back to the Fragrance Well. So I think it's safe to say at this point that pretty much wherever you are in the Northern Hemisphere, you are experiencing springtime in full effect to some degree. I know that can mean different things for different people depending on where you are. For some of you, it means you're just seeing the sun for the first time in a few months. And for us down here in Florida, it means that we're getting a lot more rain, the humidity is higher, and the pollen is unrelenting. With all of that being said, I got 10 scents here, 10 fragrances that will help you to command the springtime with your scent profile. We're gonna talk about them right now. All right, so let's go ahead and get it started. I think this one right here is easily one of the best springtime fragrances ever created, even though it can be worn in other seasons, but we're gonna talk about this one here. You can't deny it. This is Creed Green Irish Tweed. Creed Green Irish Tweed, the timeless classic from the house of Creed. Fresh, clean, soapy. You're gonna get some citrus, you're gonna get some aromatics, some green notes, and some woods to round it all out. Notes in this are vervain, lemon, peppermint, bergamot, galbanum, lavender, violet, geranium, ambergris, cedarwood, sandalwood, and oak moss. So this one is a timeless classic from the house of Creed. I mean, you smell it today. It originally came out in I think like 1985, which is before I was even born, and you smell it today and it still works today just the same. It doesn't smell dated, so it is a true timeless classic, but it is also just a really good springtime scent. You can't deny that this one has facets to it that when flowers are blooming and the trees are coming back to life, that this one kind of reminds you of that in a way. From the house of Creed, Green Irish Tweed. Okay, and this next one, you can't really consider it a timeless classic just yet, but I do think it's going to be around for a long time and ultimately will be considered a timeless classic. It's already considered a modern day classic. From the house of Hermes, this is Terre de Hermes. This is just the original Eau de Toilette. I do like the other iterations of this fragrance as well. This one you get citrus, you get some woodiness, some earthiness, almost a little bit of smokiness, a very well done gentleman's scent. This features orange, grapefruit, pepper, pink pepper, flintstone, cedar, geranium leaf, patchouli, benzoin, and vetiver. This is kind of a year-round fragrance to be honest, but it definitely works really well in the springtime as well and will have you commanding that springtime weather with your scent profile. I call this the dirty orange fragrance. It has a very heavy earthiness to it, almost kind of like a dirty orange you just found in the dirt and you picked it out and you smell the orange. That's kind of what it comes off as when you first spray it on, but it is primarily about vetiver with this one. Get your nose on it. Not everybody likes that flinty kind of smell once it first opens up, so that can turn some people off, but can't deny that this is a classy, soon-to-be timeless classic from the house of Hermes, Terre de Hermes. Okay, so this next one, the bottle alone pretty much tells you what it is going for. From the house of Parfums de Marly, this is Greenley. Parfums de Marly's Greenley. Yeah, it's pretty much telling you right off the bat that, hey, I want you to get the idea of greenage when you're looking at the bottle. With this one, you're gonna get some fruitiness to it, you're gonna get some citrus, some green-like notes, and pretty much a musky dry down. Featured notes in this are green apple, bergamot, orange, cashmere wood, pomerose, cedarwood, petitgrain, violet, amberwood, musk, and oak moss. This fragrance kind of has a similarity to like a shower gel kind of vibe, but it does not smell cheap. It is a well done fragrance. It does not come off as skimping on the ingredients. It's very fresh, very lively, has really good performance, and will definitely have you ruling that springtime scent profile. From House of Parfums de Marly, this is Greenley. Okay, so for this next one, let's get one in here that's gonna appeal to more young guys. This is coming from the house of Versace. This is Eros Flame. Versace Eros Flame. Not the biggest fan of the Eros fragrances, but I do like this one more so than the regular Eroses, including all the concentrations. This features mandarin orange, kenoto, lemon, pepper, rosemary, pepperwood, rose, geranium, tonka bean, patchouli, sandalwood, cedar, vetiver, vanilla, and oak moss. So this fragrance has a freshness to it, but it is primarily sweet, has a lot of vanilla, has a lot of citrus, off the top a good amount of spices. Doesn't smell very realistic, but you know, it's a well done fragrance for what it's going for. Like I said, this one's definitely gonna appeal to younger guys, but older guys definitely do wear it as well. With the amount of sweetness that is in here, if you're in a springtime environment where it is primarily a lot warmer earlier on in springtime, kind of like it is here in Florida, this may not be the best choice that you want to go for, particularly if you're going to be outside. But for those who have that kind of early spring where it's trying to get warm, but once the sun goes down, it's definitely still cool at night, this one might work very well for you. Once again, this is Versace Eros Flame. All right, so this next one's going to be coming from the house of Etat Libre d'Orange, or Eldo for short. You or someone like you. Which, I don't know, to me it almost sounds like an insult, but this is a really good, fresh and green springtime fragrance. Primarily features a note of mint. This is a mint lover's dream. Notes in this are mint, chlorophyll, grass, garden rose, geranium, and musk. So this one has a very photorealistic mint note in it. It almost smells like you took mint leaves, kind of crushed them up in your hands and just smelled your hands. Very well done in that aspect. If you are a fan of mint, you definitely want to get your nose on this and probably consider picking it up. It is very well done if you like mint notes. With it, it has some supporting green notes, and then it pretty much dries down to a musky base. Very simple fragrance, but not basic. Perfect for the springtime weather and also my scent of the day. Once again, this is You or Someone Like You from the house of Etat Libre d'Orange, or Eldo for short. Now, since we're talking about mint, we cannot forget this popular fragrance from the house of Mancera. This is Oud Lemon Mint. Oud Lemon Mint from Mancera. You guys can see my whole studio with the reflection on the bottle. Now, while this one does have mint in it, the mint is not as photorealistic as You or Someone Like You, but there is also a lot more stuff going on with this one anyway. This features Sicilian lemon, almond, black pepper, coriander, jasmine, mint, oud, patchouli, white musk, amber, vetiver, vanilla, and leather. You're primarily going to pick up citrus from this one. You do get a little bit of those green facets. You kind of can pick up the mint, but like I said, the mint is not as forward and is not the star feature, even though it is in the name. It's there, but it has a lot more of a supporting cast. Very complex fragrance. Definitely one you probably want to try out first, and you might not really know what to do with this if you just kind of get it at first and you don't know what you're getting into. All that being said, this is a very deep, rich, and interesting fragrance, something a lot different than what you might normally think of with springtime, but it does work. Once again, this is Oud Lemon Mint from the house of Mancera. Alright, so this next fragrance is one that is not a stranger to the hype train in the fragrance community. This is Marc-Antoine Barrois Ganymede. Marc-Antoine Barrois Ganymede, soon to be a modern classic in my opinion. This one I think just jumped to the top of my list in terms of being a favorite in my collection. It is stunning. Oh man, that is just good stuff right there. Features saffron, mandarin, Chinese osmanthus, violet, akigala wood, and immortelle absolute. You're gonna get mineral-like accords with this. You're gonna get some spiciness, a little bit of a citrus kind of vibe that's similar to orange. You get some woodiness, and when it dries all the way down, I actually get kind of like a burnt sugar orange candy kind of vibe to it. It is a very interesting wearing experience. The fragrance is actually kind of simple, but anything but basic. It is super high quality, next level stuff. You can really wear this fragrance year round if you wanted to, but I think it definitely shines in the springtime. Ganymede, worth every bit of the hype in my opinion. That being said, it is divisive. Not everybody thinks this is worth it. Therefore, you get a sample of it first. Once again, this is Ganymede from Marc-Antoine Barrois. And moving on, this next fragrance is going to be coming from the house of Arabian Oud. This is Arabian Night. Arabian Oud, Arabian Night. One that I think is known in the community, but is not talked about all that much. But this fragrance is one of the classiest fragrances in my collection, and it is also very relaxing. I love this scent. This features jasmine, lemongrass, cinnamon, rose, amber, cedarwood, and vanilla. The main thing you're gonna get out of this fragrance is that rose and that cinnamon, but when you first spray this on, that lemongrass opening is so calming. It is so nice. It's one of my favorite things about this fragrance. This fragrance here can pretty much do it all. It's technically a wear it year-round fragrance, but that calm, kind of floral, lightly spicy vibe it has to it is what makes me think it'll do really well in the springtime. Great office scent also. Once again, this is Arabian Night from Arabian Oud. Moving on, this next one is coming from the house of Tom Ford. This is a great springtime scent. It's a great barbershop scent, and it is also my favorite office scent. Beau de Jour. Tom Ford Beau de Jour. a not a reimagining, but a modern take on the classic men's aromatic fougere style fragrance. Knocked it out the park with this one. Absolutely love this fragrance. This features lavender, provincial lavender, Cape snowbush, geranium, basil, oak moss, amber, and patchouli. Extremely aromatic in the beginning because it is pretty much nothing but lavender as soon as you spray it on, but once that dries down, you get a nice patchouli, ambery, slightly sweet mix of aromatic goodness, and it just try it out. Just try it. Once you get past that lavender opening, you can't deny that this one is just an absolutely stunning fragrance. Very clean, very well put together. Actually can garner you some compliments too if that's something you care about, and also really nice performance on this one. Once again, from the house of Tom Ford, this is Beau de Jour. Alright, and last but certainly not least, this one here is probably the most challenging fragrance on this list, so I saved it for last. Also, I think some people might not necessarily think of this as a springtime fragrance, but I certainly do. From the house of Nishane, this is Fan Your Flames. Nishane's Fan Your Flames. This one kind of jumps back and forth between some of the others from this house of being my favorite. I love wearing the scent, I like how it makes me feel, and I like where it takes my mind when I wear it. This one has coconut, rum, tobacco, tonka bean, Chinese cedar, and oak moss. You definitely pick up on that coconut rum combination in the opening. It does come across kind of like a tropical drink, if you will. Has some spiciness to it and is a pretty rich fragrance, which is why, it might, to most people, they might see it more as like a fall time fragrance, but to me, what this one makes me think of is why I like to put it as a springtime fragrance. Every time I smell this, I imagine I am sitting in a Caribbean cigar lounge. Obviously, when you think about the Caribbean, you think about warm weather, so that's why I consider this one a springtime fragrance. I would honestly wear this in summertime too. I would just dial the sprays back. This fragrance is not weak, does not require a ton of sprays to get it to wear the way you probably want it to wear. Definitely sample this one first. Like I said, I wouldn't consider this a safe blind buy. I wouldn't consider this a safe purchase. It could be a little divisive. You kind of have to appreciate this style of fragrance for you to like it. Once again, this is Nishane's Fan Your Flames. Okay guys, that is the list for today. Thanks for rocking with me until the end of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you like the content, and I will see you in the next episode of The Fragrance Well. Have a wonderful day.